My dear friends and most respected panelists, other dignitaries, it gives me immense pleasure to be with you in participating in this very important discussion pertaining to the development of Lakshadweep. We all know that the situation in Lakshadweep is burning like anything. Every day we are getting the story of a lot of sorrows and the difficulties caused by Sri Praful Patel, the administrator there. The slogan of the day is Save Lakshadweep Lives. Of course, MSF is organizing this discussion through your leader Sri Arshad. I am aware of the activities done by you and I am really duty bound to respond to your request to participate in this very purposeful discussion. You all know that this new administrator is having a notorious background. Before this Praful Patel, there was near about 30-35 administrators like that. They were all maintaining cordiality with the people. They were instrumental in making wonderful progress there. All these kind of situations were prevailing before this Praful Patel. Now what is actually happening every day? Day by day, Praful Patel and his team is making provocative kind of situation there. He is adding fuel in the fire like situation. And he is very cruel up to an extent that he is making an obstacle in the way of getting permission for air ambulance. A lot of fishermen have been taken under custody and cases are going on. Those who oppose this wrongdoing, they are also now subjected to a lot of harassment. In that way, the freedom of opposition or freedom of expression of different opinion, that also is curbed. If you look into his activities, it is very clear that we are all bound to oppose his wrongdoings jointly. Now, since there are other speakers who is going to explain you the various aspects of his decision, I don't want to take much of your time. Now let us see what exactly is happening there. You all may be aware that there are 5 legislation in pipeline. Number 1 is Lakshadweep Development Authority regulation. What exactly is that? We all know that. It is to grab the property of that land for the business purpose. I will tell you the aims of the legislation is what? Let us have a look to the powers of the authority. In the powers of authority, I quote from the draft resolution. What is that? To acquire, hold, manage and dispose of property movable or immovable as it may deem necessary. My learned friend Sri Giridharan is there, he is a province educator there, and you are all learned students. So you may be able to understand what exactly is the consequences it is going to create. They can acquire any land, hold it, even dispose it. Dispose to whom? That is according to the brilliant pressure. They need not prove anything. The only condition is that they must feel that it is necessary, it's deemed necessary, only that much. So that kind of business agenda is there in their draft resolution. Similarly, you know that they have already started that. They have ordered to close down the dairy farms. That is for what? That is to give a red carpet reception to this big dairy farms. Like, you know, they are all coming. So, I don't want to elaborate it very much. Amul kind of institutions are coming up in a big way. So, they want to invite all these kind of big guns there, ignoring the interest of the inhabitants of Lakshadweep. Similarly, you all know that there are some other legislation also. They are forwarding that also. That is like, you know, Lakshadweep Prevention of Antisocial Activities Regulation 2021. We all call it as a Gunda Act. What for they are bringing it? There is no any kind of what is called unrest there. There is no any kind of crime like that there. It is a peaceful land, calm, quiet, and cordiality remains among the people of that area. Their intention is not that. They are bringing all this kind of black law. Naturally, they expect some kind of protest. So, they want to put them into hardship as they did it in Kashmir. You all know that 3 chief ministers there. They were put into house arrest. Similarly, a lot of harassment was done against the people who were opposing to their wrongdoings. Like that, they want to bring such a situation here also. Similarly, you know, another legislation is what? That is preservation of animals, like that. They have given a very good name to that. But is it for preservation of the animals? In the powers under this legislation, they can even ban meat and other things, like, you know, that cow, buffalo and such elements. But for this, that area, you know, that piece of land, the inhabitants are 100% non-vegetarian people, Muslims mainly. Not only mainly, 100% you can say. So, their agenda is to what? To implement their political agenda. What is the political agenda? They decide what the people should eat. They decide which song the people should hear. And they say what type of cinema you have to see or what type of dress you have to wear. That is a style of dictators. That is what he is doing there also. And the cases. Against whom? Poor people who are residing there since long back. They are charging offences against them on flimsy, not even flimsy ground. There is no ground at all. Saying that they are encroaching the lands when they are, you know, putting the net for getting it dried. They say that it is illegal occupation. Boat repair kind of things they are doing, that they are saying that illegally they are doing all this kind of. Such cases are taken against them. I told you in the beginning, not only in this kind of things, if anybody writes something in the WhatsApp, now all the young generation, you are all having this kind of devices with you, know. If you say a single word against him in that place, even if that is children, he is taking case against them. That kind of things are going on. And another dangerous law is Panchayat Raj Amendment, Panchayat Amendment Act. My elder friends may be knowing very good about that, or they will be explaining that. What is the impact of that legislation? Impact of that legislation, you know, we had 73rd constitutional amendment The crux of that amendment, the main object of that amendment was decentralization of power. In the history of Indian Constitution, that was really a revolutionary amendment. But here what they are doing? They are undermining the people, their various bodies. In place of that, administrate is getting supreme power, and elected bodies, they are undermined like any. They are like the servants of that administrator. That kind of legislation. Yeah, there's a kind of funny clause also in that. Those who are having children above two, they are disqualified. There is a disqualifying clause in that. Who are to be disqualified? In that clause it says that person having more than 2 children are not qualified to contest in the election. These kind of things are going on there. That is there in the plan. Similarly, there are some other agenda also. That is what? They are enjoying this reservation of tribes. Because of that, many these Lakkadives people, they are getting education from Kerala through that reservation process, and they are getting employment. BJP's plan and desire was to do away with that, to curb that. They were trying their level best. But because of the political leadership at that time, especially under Syed Sahib and others like that, they were protesting against that. They were maintaining that. Otherwise, there was some kind of effort on the part of BJP to do away with that. They were preserving that. Now, this Narendra Modi and his team, they wanted to remove that and put them in the main kind of recruitment process, and there will be they don't want to continue this reservation policies. This kind of things are there. As I told you in the beginning, they are having another agenda also in the fishermen side. They are having that is their own main kind of livelihood, tuna fish catching, that kind of things. There they want to bring the multinationals, big business houses. This kind of agenda is under the plan. So keeping all these things, they are really spoiling the very existence of the people there. Today I saw certain interview of the fishermen. They were all really weeping on what is happening in their place. So what I am saying is, we are all duty bound to help these people. We must join together with their struggle and ensure them the justice. With these few words, I don't want to say much on this. I am really happy that you have raised up to the occasion, and in this discussion you have invited most important persons who can contribute very well in this. With these few words, I conclude and I declare that this debate is officially inaugurated. Thank you very much.
அன்பு நெஞ்சங்களே, இது போன்ற இன்னும் பல வீடியோக்களை காண மணிச்சுடர் டிவிக்கு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். மறக்காமல் பக்கத்தில் இருக்கிற பெல் பட்டனை அழுத்தி எங்களுக்கு தொடர்ந்து ஆதரவு தாருங்கள்.